Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. Playing an EIK WM France deck G45 game with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Kulala, and Montu. Look at this first pile. I see Country Doctor. Country Doctor is pretty good. And then there's also Pickler, so if Country Doctor can go for the Pickler, that'd be pretty good. Planted fields. Let's look at planted fields. I think we discussed this recently. Planted field. There's also Permaculturist. So I think I probably can take Country Doctor and maybe Permaculturist will work with it. I'll look it up if it comes back. But yeah, nothing else really that's that good here. 24601's okay, but don't want to first pick it. I want to keep Pickler in mind, so Country Doctor, very reasonable first pick. Prophet, Storehouse Keeper, Scholar, Oven Admirer, bunch of interesting stuff here. Not Oven Admirer, sorry, Overachiever. Thatcher. Well, Baker is pretty good, but I don't think I need to take it here, not until I have more of a grain game going. This Baker would be the kind of card that I'd love to get back if I get Permaculturist back. I like Overachiever. Overachiever builds the wells a bit easier. I think, though, with Country Doctor in hand, I want to take Storehouse Keeper here. It'll make the Reedstone food action just really an amazing action for me. And if I don't get any other ways of accumulating grain quickly, then Storehouse Keeper is a pretty good way of doing it. Well, there's a lot of animal-based cards in this pack. So I think what I do is I take Workaholic, and then I hope that something like Tenant Farmer comes back. Tenant Farmer with Workaholic would be pretty good. Even Pig Breeder would be fine. Yeah. I haven't played with Workaholic in a while. I like it. I think it's quite a good card. Hope the stream's doing okay. Gotta kind of rearrange the board here. Hey, Montu and Kulala have the same background. It's like the Caverna board or something like that, which is use other similar to Agricola game. Yeah, Acrobat is a way of getting grain, although I think it's worse than Storehouse Keeper. I wouldn't just take it to take it, although Acrobat is a way to plow fields more efficiently. And if Permaculturist does not come back, then Acrobat might be a reasonable way to do that. Actually, you know what? Let's look up the Permaculturist interaction right now. P for perma in the occupations. Sown grain in unused farmyard spaces count as grain fields for prerequisites. Now, is it a planted field? Bean field, lettuce patch, and turnip field count as prerequisites for animal feed, which requires planted fields. So I need to look up permaculturist, see if there's a bit more info on permaculturist maybe. Permaculturist does not work with Watson. Official ruling, no. I don't see, yeah. I'm not sure. I could also just take borrower. Borrower is fine. Saves you having to feed. Planted fields. I guess I can look up what did I put in for the France compendium. What did I put in for country doctor? Yeah, I should have put more work into this to make this more complete, but it was kind of hard. I don't know, I should have worked harder. There was a lot of stuff going on. Fields must be planted when the country family growth action is taken. Okay, that's not really an answer. We'll take acrobat, sure. And permaculturist does come back. Alright, well, I think this works the way I expect it to. Count as grain fields. So if it counts as grain fields, then it should count as planted fields, right? That's my analysis. Well, Workaholic wouldn't mind something like Pen Builder to hold animals to get the wood. It's a pretty weak card otherwise. Profit is okay. Fieldsman is fine. It's pretty weak actually. You need something like apiary to make Fieldsman worth it. Thatcher is fine. With Storehouse Keeper, I think it's probably a little worse. And especially with Country Doctor, if I think I'm going to family growth without room. So let's go for profit here. And then this one, something that gets me animals, either way. Pig breeder or cow herd. Now, cow herd, you have to use the cattle space a couple times. Like, you have to use the cattle space twice to get the benefit out of it. Whereas pig breeder, Just gives you a boar right away, and then so long as you play it early enough and you have space, then you get a second boar. You don't have to do an action. But the timing, of course, is stricter on Pig Breeder. Um, Pig Breeder looks fine. Nice thing about Workaholic and Profit is that I can maybe double Reno in round 14 with Profit, which gives me lots of time to get the Workaholic bonus. Thunderbolt would be okay. Corn on the Cob also would be pretty good. But I'm taking Petting Zoo or Pelts, certainly. Maybe even Pelts. If I'm gonna do a 3-room house, which is very likely with Country Doctor, Pelts is maybe not as good. Petting Zoo is quite good, and with Workaholic, certainly I want to be able to hold lots of animals. So I think we can probably take Petting Zoo here. I think Flower Pots is pretty good, and Storehouse Keeper can make clay, but Petting Zoo is stronger, higher impact. Does a bit more. Yeah, I don't know if I'll play Acrobat still. Certainly, Storehouse Keeper 3 times, play Permaculturist, sow 3 grain fields, which satisfies my Country Doctor family growth. After building 1 room naturally, I think is the idea. Dishin is arguing with Kimball about the compendium. Just funny. Because it's been out for like how long? Like 5 years? That's kind of the nature of the game. There are so many card interactions that it's more useful to learn how the text interacts rather than to learn each individual rule. Um, what do I take here? Lumber supply exchange? I certainly want to get on Reedstone Food, so, you know, maybe even something like Matic. Matic to do start player into Reedstone Food in round 4 or round 2, for example. Thing is, I do need Storehouse Keeper out before I get the Reedstone Food action. So then what about something like Horse, although Horse is anti-combo with Petting Zoo. Lumber would be okay as a way of get Reedstone Food once, and then it gets me my second Reedstone Food action and pushes me towards building a room. I think that we can probably take Matic here. Getting a couple clay is always nice, and if I'm going to get a bunch of grain, then getting the clay is really good for building clay oven, stone oven, etc. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, the only occupations I really need to play, only occupation I need to play in stage 1 really is Storehouse Keeper. Permaculturist probably will come in stage 2, or maybe stage 3. Country Doctor will come after Permaculturist, Workaholic will probably come after Country Doctor in all likelihood, because I probably won't look towards animals until I've gotten my fourth growth out. Um, hmm. Um, Threshing Board actually might be playable in this game. So I might want a lot of bake actions. And I'm gonna usually the problem with threshing board is usually when you're plowing, you don't actually have enough grain to sow or to bake. But in this case, since I'm doing the sow before the actual plowing, a card like threshing board becomes a bit better. However, I think I take the Port Le Havre here. Um, it gives me a really good way, if I get too much clay from Matic and Workaholic, it gives me a really good way of using them. Because yeah, Matic into 3 times Storehouse Keeper Reedstone Food gets me the clay oven. Then, if I get a normal clay grab, maybe that can go towards something else. Um, hmm. I think Nail Basket combos with Matic. Um, I think Half Timbered House is pretty good. The problem is I have a pretty clear path to not build that many rooms. However, it's a great way of using my workaholic clay and stone at the end of the game. Um, Alternatively, probably would not take Stone Exchange here. I'm gonna get on Reedstone Food a couple times, and I have the Port Le Havre. Punter, I haven't seen any plows yet, actually. So Nail Basket. Tea is kind of interesting as well, because I do want to do a sow action to set up my Country Doctor. I think Nail Basket is probably the pick here. If it's a read for a point, then that's probably fine on its own. So this is kind of an interesting choice. Thunderbolt seems pretty good. Alternatively, a card like Corn on the Cob could be really outstanding. Like, playing Corn on the Cob when you family growth is just awesome. Um, Man, Wooden Strongbox, yeah, there's a big house game for the taking here. If I had taken Thatcher, maybe I could have considered it more strongly, but Bonfire's okay. Yeah, Thunderbolt or Corn on the Cob. Which do I value more highly? I guess I value Corn on the Cob more highly. I value food higher than wood generally, especially if I'm gonna grow twice in hopefully quick succession. And then liquid manure is okay. I don't think I want to take bonus. I find bonus just really hard to make work. So it's between the two passing miners, lumber and supply exchange. Um, Supply exchange is a way for me to get onto Reedstone Food, but lumber is the same. And I have like supply exchange is good if you're doing 3 wood into supply exchange, but I think I'm not doing 3 wood into supply exchange. If anything, I'm doing like Storehouse Keeper into 2 wood, and then round 2 may hope for Reedstone Food, and if I don't get it, then start player Matic, that kind of thing. And then I can start player Lumber in round 3 or whatever, depending on how stuff works out. Um, yeah, not Ox Skull. Threshing Board came back, which is probably playable here. I could have taken Timetable. I've got usually my goal for Timetable is 3 different resources. So wood, reed, stone. But lumber is a little awkward with timetable because I'm probably going to play lumber early in the game in all likelihood. So yeah, looking at this draft, the plan is Storehouse Keeper round 1 or 2 into 3 Reedstone food actions, then play Permaculturist at some point, sow those grain, which will support a Country Doctor action. I wonder if Permaculturist doesn't go with Country Doctor. I don't know. It says it counts as grain fields, and Country Doctor counts planted fields. It's not so. Permaculturist does not make plowed fields, but I'm pretty sure it makes planted fields. I can search. I'm sure there's a lot of questions about what counts for a Country Doctor. Planted field. I've already read that thread. Yeah, I don't see it. All right. So I'm not sure if Montu is streaming, but he does stream occasionally at twitch.tv/gamermontu. Should give him a follow. Whoa. Uh, well, I think we are starting with occupation storehouse keeper. Would be nice just to play Reedstone food ourselves, but we don't really care about Reedstone food in and of itself. We want Reedstone food to be giving us a grain. If it's not giving us a grain, then we don't really care about the space as much. And our second action could be start player lumber. Lumber is a better move than gets us more wood than 2 wood, so I think it's probably fine to do. It's always annoying when the person who is the start player takes start player, but I think it's fine. I think it's fine in this case. At least it's probably, I think it's oh no, I can't start player lumber. What am I saying? I don't have any stone. Montu, private forest. Okay, so that means occupation is coming back to me. So sure, I'll play an Ock. So I'll play Permaculturist here. I don't see any reason not to. So there's my Permaculturist. So planted spaces count as grain fields. So if they count as grain fields, I assume they count as planted fields. Because it literally says planted spaces count as green fields, so it should be planted green fields, right? I think. I don't know. Hopefully the group will agree with me. Here's private forest for Montu, good card. And then we had Kolala take 1 grain ahead of 2 clay, which is interesting and unusual. All 3 wood ahead of Reedstone food, if that's what gets passed to me. Or sorry, I'll have 3 wood ahead of every other action, I should say. Be more precise with what I'm describing. And then second action, start player Matic looks good. Turn it into a Reedstone food clay grain action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 took the 2 read, sure. So occupation is not that interesting to anyone, which is unusual. I guess instead of permaculturist, I could have played acrobat, and then I could 3 wood into traveling players, because Kulala is actually taking start player here, which is crazy and super irritating. It's twice that someone's first action has been to play start player. Well, even if Acrobat does not pay off a lot of times, it doesn't have to pay off often to be worth playing. I need grain and I need fields, so let's do it. And then I can first action take 3 food traveling players next round, and then I'll start Playermatic after that. These guys don't want to play occupations, I will happily do so and benefit from them for the duration of the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plays occupation Pickler. So, oh, Pickler would have been a reason to take that grain miner, eh? Yeah, I could have maybe done that. Wonder if people took like well cards or why Reedstone Food has been so important. I guess Private Force is just like a good card in its own right. We're gonna first action take the 3 food here. We need the food, and it triggers our acrobat, so. So acrobat to grain once, and then Reedstone Food twice, and the remainder of our acrobats can be jumping to plow. But I really did not expect to play 2 occupations in the first 2 rounds, but that's what my opponents offered me, so sounds good. Wow. Montu start player timetable. Well, I could play another occupation here. For example, I could play occupation workaholic. I think we should assume that Montu is going to start player, or Montu's going to first action Reedstone Food. Yeah, I bet Montu took like a well upgrade or something. That's why they're going for the Reedstone Food space so aggressively. We could take 3 wood into 2 reed and be well set up to build the first room. Sure. Yeah, that looks fine. Ooh, that's not good. That is not good. Bargaining Baker here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, meaning they really like building the clay oven, and they do so incredibly easily. Not good. Oh well, I can always go for stone oven. The problem with going for stone oven at this point is I might be too slow. Like I might not get any field sown for like a while. Oh, okay. Montu played Lady in Waiting. I will read Stone Food and get another grain ahead of any other action, even to read. Because read Stone Food gets me the food to feed in the next harvest. Then my second action could be start player Matic, could be sowing 2 grain. Sowing 2 grain would be fine. Yeah, not ideal. I would have liked 3 grain, but sowing 2 grain I think is okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plays Clay Oven unsurprisingly, leaving themselves open to second action building a room. So Montu had Lady in Waiting. They wanted to make sure they got out. I mean, occupation was pretty low priority. I think you could have got it almost any time. Um, could take Reed here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has. Oh, they do have pressure now because Kulala can build a room. Yeah, let's sow 2 grain fields. Feed 4. Harvest 2. Yeah, Country Doctor I could have played early as well, but I don't really want to reveal it. It's nicer to hold on to it and use it to surprise. Kulala start player Bonfire, sure. Into 6 wood. Very good. Very good sequence for them. Hopefully I get Reedstone Food. I like Reedstone Food ahead of 3 Reed, because I really don't need those extra Reed, and I like the Reedstone Food action quite a bit. I'm gonna like it throughout the whole game, at least I expect to. Reedstone Food Grain. The fact that I haven't got my Matic out makes it quite a bit worse, so I can maybe debate whether or not I play Matic or not. It's not a foregone conclusion. Kolala's in a pretty good spot. They can take 3 Reed and double build, and then that'll be quite good for them. One, two, three, four, five takes a bunch of clay. Yep, Bargaining Baker loves having clay. Fireplace, cooking hearth, clay oven, stone oven, all require clay. Kalala plays Fence Overseer. Well, hopefully Montu builds a room here. If Montu doesn't build a room, then I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is in like a really like scarily good position. He also got to take clay so that he can play his flower pot for his pickler. Um, I don't really love any of the actions here. I could acrobat this round, or I could take 4 clay. Four clay lets me stone oven with one more reedstone food action. Although I can stone oven off of a reedstone food action that I take a clay on, so yeah, I'm not in no big rush. I only need one clay really, so yeah, this looks fine. We can jump to plowing a field. Yeah, flower pots as we expected. Family growth doesn't come till round 7, so that's good, really good for Kulala. Can Kulala really greedily 4 reed here? If they take 4 reed with the plan to double build, then they'll have the option. Then, like, I would have to first action build a room in order to yeah. But the problem is, if I do first action build a room, then I'm relying on Montu potentially stable blocking in round 7, which is probably not something I should count on happening. This is a really early honeymoon for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wonder if this means they plan to do a big house already. That's quite an early one. Oh, Kulala builds a room first move. Okay, that works. So I'll take 6 clay, although I'm pretty sure Montu's taking 6 clay. I guess he might go for 4 reed. That's possible. Montu takes the reed, sure. I do have to be a little careful now. They can jump me in the family growth queue by building. Like, they could build a room to block me out of being able to build, for example. Which could be a bit of a problem, but I think we're going to be fine. I'd like for Reedstone Food to come back, although I'm pretty sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is taking Reedstone Food here. Yep, because it lets them build the stone oven with their bargaining baker, which really sucks. Want to probably 3 wood here. So what should I do? Do I want to sow? I could sow with this move. If I sow, then I don't have to worry about taking food next round because I'll just eat a raw grain, no problem. Yeah, sowing probably makes sense. Oh, um, well, Mantu is leaving himself a 6 wood action. If I don't take 3 wood here, Mantu gets 6 wood. Um, there's no competition for my sow move, so I think we can take the wood. And then I'll get 4 wood back, and then my second action in round 7 can be sow. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure we're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 family growth, and then second action major stone oven. So there doesn't seem to be a way for me to block that from happening, short of me building a fireplace or cooking hearth with my first move, which Doesn't seem like it's going to be worth it when I have good wood actions available. Whoa, okay. All right. That is really outstanding for him. Iron oven here on family growth. Well, it means that stone oven's back on the menu. So maybe instead of sewing with my second action, I'll do 4 wood into reedstone food. And I do have to be aware of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potentially going for stone oven still, because I'll have a lot more actions than me. I would really like to get that stone oven. Actually, maybe I should. Maybe I should forego 4 wood to build the stone oven here. So what what I would do is I would first action reedstone food grain. Yeah, into second action major minor stone oven. Yeah, I would like to take 4 wood, but I don't think I will. Also, this is really weird. Kalala decided to 3 sheep ahead of getting family growth next round. So what does that tell us about what Kalala has? Maybe Ninja for their second move here? No, occupation tenant farmer. They're gonna eat all the animals right away? Yeah, they are eating all the animals right away. So Kalala has some great need for food, it appears. So instead of stone oven, I should build a room here, right? So that I can first action start player next round. And after my first action start player, then I can stone oven with the second move. I am confused about what Kalala did. I assume we should assume that Kalala is doing something that makes sense. Feed 4, harvest 2 more grain. Yeah, I have 6 grain in my supply already, which is really nice. Really nice. On to minor improvement costermonger's barrow. I assume this is on family growth. Yep. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is in a fantastic spot here. Passing him 6 wood. That really sucks, but don't think there's anything I can do about it. I could play Matic here. You know what? I'm not sure I'm even going to play Matic. If I do it this way, then I can play the Port Le Havre on family growth after building the stone oven. And in fact, I can reno stone oven here. Because I'm not going to build another room. There's no way. I want to put my wood towards workaholic and put my energy towards country doctor. There's my corn on the cob I played. It lets me turn a grain into 4 food. Gives me the same conversion my stone oven does. Okay, this is why. This is why. Backdoor. Was it worth it? I don't know. Maybe it'll probably depend on what they get with start player for their next action. Realistically, that'll probably depend. I would not have guessed backdoor. Certainly, backdoor might get passed to me now because Montu Yeah, we'll see. Oh, what? Oh, they did on major minor. That's right. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Good thing we had access to Reno. Very good. So I'm going to get 4 clay from Workaholic. What is that clay going to be useful for? I can bake it with the Port Le Havre into stone, but then what would that stone be used towards? It's unlikely the well's coming back, and joinery and pottery are both questionable to come back. Um, they might. I mean, if I could get joinery pottery, great. Joinery less so. Really what I would like is pottery. One, two, three, four, five plays occupation borrower. Okay. So they get to ignore their feeding in the next harvest. No one has gone. No one has set themselves up for family growth. So I can take 4 wood. However, I think I want to set up by country doctor next round. So I think I'm going to sow with this action. No, I'm not going to sow with this action. I'm gonna bake first, and then I can sow with my second action. Is that right? Or I'm gonna play this card first so I can sow with my second action and bake as well and turn 2 clay into 2 stone, and then the stone can pay for me to play lumber, for example. Yeah, okay. I did not have to first action family growth there, but this way I get to turn an extra 2 clay into 2 stone, which will probably be quite good, I think. And then the sewing also sets up. Actually, you know what? If I do any baking, then Country Doctor is no good anymore. Because I'm going to harvest my last 2 grain off of these fields. Oh, that was a mistake. Well, I could occupation Country Doctor with my second move. I kind of want to hold Country Doctor though until Montu passes me backdoor. I think there's a pretty good chance Montu uses backdoor next round, assuming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 builds again. I think I can take 4 wood here. I think this is fine. And feed 5. Now I harvest these 2 grain. I guess I could have done acrobatics there. Jump to plow. I do need more. I'm going to need lots of fields. I think, though, we're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 building here to set up growing in round 10. And if they do that, there's a chance that Montu first action builds into second action start player backdoor and then family growth backdoor, in which case I could backdoor as well. Well, actually, no, I won't have enough moves, but then I can family growth round 11. Why are you pinging me? I am playing at the moment. Maybe there was a message in it I didn't see. Yeah. I mean, I can always take 5 food next round on traveling players. That works as well. Although plow is going to start not coming all the way around. Like there's definitely a possibility that in round 10, plow one field gets taken. Now we are going to have, if Montu backdoors, then that certainly is a lot fewer actions that are available for plowing. And maybe we see Kulala go for building a stable or something. They do have their woodworkers, so hard to tell what they're going to do. Kulala just played woodworker, by the way. I'm still start player. Oh, 6 wood does not come back because Montu takes 3 wood. That's fine. I think this round is just... You know what? This round, I want to get a vegetable sown. Yes, I do. Definitely want to get a vegetable sown. So, second action, so bake. Third action, play country doctor to family growth in round 11. That's the plan. Somatic has gone unplayed, which is a little unfortunate. My wood, I have petting zoo. So ideally I would like to get to like 12 wood before I fence, because if I get to 12, well, I guess maybe 10. 10 cover 8 spaces, make 2 pastures so I can hold 2 breeding pairs. What's going on? What is going on? Thinking about renovating, okay. Building a cooking hearth probably, getting a grain off of it. That would be my expectation. Yep. With Lady in Waiting, maybe Montu doesn't build again. Because the reed is worth something to him. But Kolala might build again. With 5 wood, 2 reed, and fence overseer. Nope, Montu's building again. Okay, perfect. I'll convert 2 clay to 2 stone. And now a reedstone food action gets me enough to reno to a stone house. The well is still available as well. I definitely need to keep an eye on that. Family growth lamp oil for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure. Free points are good. Occasional food is good. Koala's just woodworking as much as they can. Woodwork, woodwork, woodwork. And there's the back door. All right. So the nice thing about me getting past back door here is that I could use it in round 11 to get on start player and family growth, because I like whatever action comes out round 12. Yeah, I do like whatever comes round 12. So I can play my country doctor here. Everyone says yes, country doctor works. Lovely. Lovely. Oh, we also had March for Montu. For just the one field, just the one animal. And clay hut builder for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I bet clay hut. I bet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 builds a fifth room here. Yeah, he probably took half timbered house, and maybe took wood strongbox as well. Half timbered house and wood strongbox. So the question is, can they also fence reasonably? Which we will see. So Montu's going to have access to 6 wood here, it looks like. Unless Kulala is taking 3 wood themselves. Which they might. They want the wood for fence overseer. And more rooms. Montu gets 6 wood, very nice. Yeah, I would like to take 2 cattle, but I am not going to. I'll take 4 wood here. So if I want whatever action comes out in round 12, that's going to make it difficult for me to hit the workaholic bonus. So maybe I need to give up on workaholic, which I think is okay to do so. I can always play workaholic just to get the wood out of it. That is an option. I just don't have that many actions. That's part of the problem. I'm very action light. And with 6 food on traveling players, I should have been in a position where I could take 6 food traveling players or 5 food traveling players jump to plow last round. That was kind of a, yeah. If I'm gonna play acrobat, I probably should be leaving myself position to do that. Yeah, because I know I need fields, right? I assume Montu's gonna build the well. I would like the well as well. Oh, it looks like Kulala plowed last round, so I wasn't going to get to jump anyways. Yeah, I needed to jump more early. I had too much other stuff that I was doing that distracted me away from using my acrobat. Yeah, Montu played March, but then didn't do anything. So probably Family Growth I'll play Lumber. The question is, do I want to start player as well? I think I probably will. Yeah, yeah, fencing's no longer available. I could plow one field. Plowing and getting a, you know what? Plowing and getting a food is quite good. I should just do that. Like yeah. If I could know that I was going to get family growth around 12, then I'll family growth ahead of plowing a field. But if I don't know that I'm getting family growth, then plowing and getting a food seems like a pretty good move. Koala does their room. Sure. So yeah, family growth. Nail basket would not be too bad here as well, but I think I like family growth lumber for this next move. I could also play petting zoo. I could also play threshing board. I think I play lumber so that I can get my fencing done. And I don't need to fence with profit. I can just fence normally. And then maybe in round 12, there'll be an action that I have at the end of the round that's not worth anything. And I can play Workaholic there. And then hopefully Workaholic will let me get my petting zoo and my threshing board out. Maybe. Maybe give me some more stone as well, clay that I can turn into stone. Yeah, pottery and the well are still available. And certainly passing lumber is not my favorite thing to do in this situation. Because I have a feeling that he's going to take it and then use it to go on start player. Maybe not. It's always possible. Feed 7, harvest. Yeah, I want family growth around 13. I also want Plowsow around 14 quite badly. Plowsow around 14 will be a ton of points. Um, it'll be another field. It'll be sowing a whole bunch. Probably it'll get me the pickler bonus if I get round 14 Plowsow. Here's my lumber. It just turns a stone into 3 wood, and it's passing. pretty unexciting. But it gets me to 15 wood, which lets me do all my fencing. There's the well. Goes to Montu. We kind of expected that a while ago. Taken longer than we expected. Montu gets to keep start player in round 11 with no move. It's pretty remarkable. Pretty remarkable. Let's see what the action is. What came out here? If it's Plauso, Montu might not take Plauso. He might pass Plauso to me. If he did, that would make me quite happy. No, it's Family Growth, so he'll probably take Family Growth. And then I could start player. What would I start player? Start player Threshing Board. Whoa. Okay. Oh, he's at 5 family members. Oh, I totally forgot. Totally forgot. Wow, okay. I get Family Growth even without room. Awesome. Without having to use a start player action in round 12. Really awesome. So now I will start player with my second action because getting plow so well unless if plow one field comes back, I'll plow one field. Otherwise I should start player to get plow so round 13. Kulala plays Occupation Baker's Servant. So might have taken Baker as well. Plow is still available. I think I just keep plowing. I don't really want sow until round 14. Like sowing in round 13 is not worth all that much. The bake action is worth something. So like doing sow bake in round 13 would be pretty good. One cattle goes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess there was a food on it, so it's just like a 5 food action for him basically. Koala does have Baker, yep. Oh, and you get to bake when you play the Baker. I forgot about that. Nice. Now what you really need is a way of getting tons of grain. That's what he really needs. Now Montu plays March. After deciding not to before. So I assume this is start player March. Well, yeah, they don't have. He doesn't have reeds, so it's got to be start player March, right? Yeah. Well, I can get all my fencing done here, or oh, both occupation actions are gone, so profit is dead. Workaholic is probably dead because I'd rather just take a pair of boar next round than do so. slowly. Maybe I sow here with my next move. The one thing I don't like about doing this is I'm leaving myself with no wood for start player. And I'm pretty sure I want a first action start player next round. Start player. Petting Zoo doesn't seem like it's going to come out. Fence 13 then. Yeah, Petting Zoo seems like it's not going to be worth the 3 points that it normally is. Because I need a pair of sheep and a pair of boar, which seem difficult. And all 3 types of animals, which seems like it's going to be difficult to get. I could take 1 boar here and then pig breeder later. But I think what I'd rather do is I'd rather sow bake with this last move here. Ooh, apiary. Good card. Very good card. So I'll sow a grain, or sow a veg, sow a grain, and then bake 2, I think. And turn a clay into a stone. I guess if I don't convert the stone, then I can reedstone food and build the pottery. But I'd rather reedstone food, and that would give me um, my stone house. I'd rather do it that way. This would have been a good Village Fool game. Look at all these miners to throw away. Yeah, another clay room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And looks like he might get 6 wood back, so he can still fence reasonably, which is really nice. Now I have to make sure I get the pickler bonus. I think I'm going to have a hard time winning without the pickler bonus. I might have a hard time winning anyways, but I do have 5 family members, so I definitely can set myself up for some points in round 14. So, you know what? Threshing board is only ever as good as petting zoo. It's almost never better. So I think we just play petting zoo here. To set ourselves up for plow sow in the last round. I mean, the bake action could potentially be worth something, but I have a feeling I'm going to have some extra moves that are not worth too much. So using those probably a good idea. So if 2 more could come back, that would make me really happy. I have a feeling Montu's taking him, though. I should show my... Stretch, what do you want in about? I don't know what you're trying to tell me. I think I plow a field here. It does mean I have to return the grain to the general supply, but pretty sure it's worth it. It's another 2 points. Yeah, I think I just did not have enough actions this game. I wanted to read Stone Food a bunch early instead of playing occupations, but it ended up working out that my opponents did not value occupation and valued Reedstone Food really highly, and doing start player actions, which I was also considering doing. So the fact that they did that meant that I fell way down in the family growth queue, but it did mean that I got to do a bunch of setup actions early that I was not planning on doing, so I think it's probably been good. Pottery is probably getting built by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if I take 4 clay here. I could play Workaholic and then Pig Breeder. The other issue we have here is I really wanted to get on Reedstone Food so that I could be set up to Reno in the last round. But it seems like that's not happening. So we'll start by taking a cattle here. Oh, I gotta chase the cat away from eating the plants. Montu played Hobby Farmer. Ooh, that's good. Also kind of explains the Costermonger's Barrow. I was thinking, man, what is going on? But yeah, if you have Hobby Farmer, that helps a lot. I can take a sheep here, but the sheep is 2 points, but it means I cannot get the petting zoo points. Like, taking 2 sheep would be 3 points, because I would get 1 point with petting zoo, assuming I also got 1 boar, which I can definitely get 1 boar with pig breeder. What else could I do here? Like, I'm pretty sure as soon as I take the clay, we're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 build the pottery. I could take the wood. The wood does let me reno fence for a point. It also lets me play threshing board for a point or a stable. Yeah, joinery's still available. 2 wood seems okay. So I can play joinery here. I'm not in love with that move. I'd rather leave myself open to taking Reedstone food. And then as soon as I take Reedstone food, that would force 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Montu to do their reno actions. So then I could profit after that or potentially build the joinery. Both are options. Oh, half timbered house. Oh, of course. Oh, crap. Oh, I totally forgot about half timbered house. Oh, that's right. Yeah, of course. Big 5-room house. I think I predicted it earlier in the game, but yes, I was not thinking recently. He needs a ton of food, eh? Ton of food. Needs to feed 9 in this harvest and feed 16 in the final harvest. Yeah, needs a lot of food, that's for sure. So probably pig breeder as my last action here. This is a funny game. Round 7 family growth has really screwed up a bunch of people's farms. Even though wood has been fairly plentiful, the fact that so many wood rooms got built, it's really been kind of a strange game. Could also play threshing board. I do need 5, maybe 6 food in the last round. And if I play threshing board here, then I just bake when I go on plow sow, and that would be fine. Like it lets me, the nice thing about threshing board is it would let me bank a bake action. Yeah. Okay, maybe we'll do that. Not the greatest, but it'll be serviceable, I think. Whoops. Whoops, there should be 1 grain remaining there. I need to add 2 grain. Threshing board works on plow sow, right? I don't know if I've ever actually used it. Yeah, it does work on plow sow. Nice. So that grain goes to the general supply. But then I get to do that. Bake 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I need to feed 10, by the way. And then I can sow, sow, sow. That leaves me with 4. I could still lose Pickler, so probably I should sow 1 extra vegetable here instead. Get a 5th vegetable. That should guarantee myself the Pickler points, I think. It does cost me 1 point on grain, but that should guarantee me the Pickler points. Oh, maybe I should bake more than 1. Bake 2 actually, yeah. Yeah, because I do get to harvest this one, and yeah, that seems fine. So I'm hoping 2 sheep come back. They probably should. If they do come back, then I can probably afford to reedstone food. Oh, reedstone food could get me a grain. Yeah, no, not big, big one. Big one only, sorry. No, I want to keep. Because reedstone food will get me a useless food, which can pay for the family growth. Yeah, and I can get a grain on reedstone food, which I totally forgot about. I can also get a grain off of traveling players jump to grain if I need a random 3 food action. It'll also give me a point if I do that. We don't want to forget honeymoon for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wonder if he has a way of plowing those 2 fields. Don't think I passed him any, but Kulala, Montu. Montu loves reedstone food, eh? Definitely cannot pass it to me. I would have liked to have gotten it back, but that's okay. That's okay. I got my sheep, which is a 3-point action. 2 points for the sheep themselves, and then 1 point on petting zoo. Three wood into joinery seems fine. Three food traveling players is a 2-point move, I think, right? Because if I eat, oh no, it's a 1-point move. Because I can eat 1 raw grain without eating a point to pay for my profit or my pig breeder. Montu plays Occupation Village Elder. Well, that all but guarantees that I should take traveling players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only has 1 action left. Hopefully it's not to play an occupation. Let's play Pig Breeder. Getting Pig Breeder blocked would be really bad. Yeah, Acrobat might get taken by Montu or Kalala. And now, of course, Prophet cannot be played because there's no occupation spaces left. One, two, three, four, five, probably major minor fireplace. Okay. That's the remainder of their actions because of honeymoon. They get a grain, sure. So all 3 food traveling players plan to jump to grain. What's up, Stretch? One-point carrots for Kulala. Yeah, people are running out of point actions left. $46 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Ended up having to eat all their points at the end of the game, which is quite frustrating. I'm quite sure I've got 46 beat. All my miners have a point on them. So Monty's asking if you can play Cheapskate first, which I don't really see why you would want to play Cheapskate. Yeah, because the thing is now he gets to play. Yeah, like see the problem here is Monty. Yeah, he does have more than one imp to play. Yeah, he doesn't know start player isn't coming back, and you're clearly set up for pottery or joinery. So it's not great to do that. He's saying it's an obvious move, but it's not really an obvious move. Which he doesn't choose to do until start player gets taken. Anyways, it's not really worth arguing. It's not the biggest deal, but not a great move. Wasn't taking start player in any line. I mean, we don't know that. Maybe 2 food is worth it. Looks like he needs food, so right. You'll pelt all your animals, and only that's only 6. Anyways, So 6 food plus another 2 from his coster. And then 2 from pottery. Yeah. I mean, he's gained an action here, right? Which I'm not sure what his last move would be either way. Anyways, I only have 1 move left. I don't think I have anything that's worth a point. So yeah, nothing that's worth a point. Improvement spaces are all blocked. I mean, I can go on grain to guarantee myself the 1 point, the 1 grain action. Sure, and then remove the guest. That's all that does. It doesn't do anything else for me. So, 3 points from my pickler, 2 points from my petting zoo. Otherwise, that's my final score. Oh, I only score 45. Oh, that's not very good. Oh, I guess I'm on a 3-room clay house. It doesn't matter. So I thought I had 46 feet for sure, but guess not. Yeah, only 2 points from petting zoo killed that. A second boar is worth a second boar at some point is worth 2 points, which would put me at 47. Yeah, I think I just had not a high enough point ceiling. I had a lot of really inefficient actions. Kalala ends up with 34. So Montu probably wins. Oh, maybe. Actually, he eats a bunch of points, doesn't he? One green. Only one vegetable can go to Costermonger's barrow. But I assume only one veg can go to Costermonger's barrow. Pretty sure he did not Costermonger's barrow in round 13. I don't see how that's the same number of points. So he fed a grain. So, okay. So 2 boar and 2 sheep to pelts for 4 food. Yes. Why is Smart Chat not on? Okay, so he has a fireplace, not a cooking hearth. So 4 food, then he fed a grain and a reed. Gets him to 7 food. Yeah, I don't see how that's the same number of points. I had 4 vegetables, yeah. So 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 4. Oh, okay, okay. So you just costed the second for 2 food for no reason. Okay, that was very confusing. Okay, well, I end up with 45, which is pretty disappointing. Um, Lost to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in Montu here, which, I mean, I grew behind everyone else. Kalala letting Kalala's backdoor play was really good for Montu and really bad for Kolala. Don't really understand that play at all. I mean, it did let me grow 1 round earlier, right? So it was good for me for sure because of the late family growth game. Um, Now, did it make the family growth queue very like too easy? And who did that benefit? Did it benefit me? I don't know if it benefited me. I think it might have benefited like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and Kolala more. Well, Kolala I don't think benefited. I mean, Kalala certainly gains from playing backdoor because they get to family growth when they would not have otherwise. But the problem with it is that you let someone else grow earlier than they would have otherwise. Yeah. Yeah, I think backdoor is not good to play. You have to be gaining a lot from it. The fact that Kulala passed up on second growth because of they had backdoor to take 3 sheep, I think that was really not good. Really not good. And there was no like really clear reason for them to do so. What did they do? They ate the sheep that they grabbed and then they played tenant farmer to get a bunch of food. I mean, you could have done that 2 rounds later, as far as I can tell. And you want to set up a baking game anyways with your baker and baker servant. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, I think Montu might have benefited. Well, what did Kulala play? I guess apiary is good. Baker servant seems good. Fence overseer is good. Just wonder if they passed like village elder, lady in waiting, hobby farmer. Might have been good to sit after Kulala in this game. Like apiary is good for sure. Rest of his miners are not great though. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm missing one boar, right? If I have one more boar, I win outright. So yeah, that's really it. Like I'm one boar away from a 47 point game, which wins it for me outright. So and then also we had all this start player shenanigans in stage 1, like Montu and Kalala both first action start player. So that was bad for me for sure because I wanted to get grain off my Reedstone Food grain. And Acrobat ended up really not being good. Yeah, Acrobat was really not good for me. So playing that was a mistake. And then I'm also 2 wood short of another point. Yeah. I'm just like a little short of a couple points. I have 2 stone, which are not worth anything. And those stone, instead of going to threshing board, could have gone to I could have built the joinery instead of threshing board. Because I think I end up with more food than I need. Because once Montu announces he's eating a vegetable, then I can safely eat a vegetable as well. Even if it's raw. Yeah. Anyways, that's going to be all for me. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. Um, yeah, I'm pretty disappointed with how this one finished. I should have won this game, but it was just a little short. Didn't have any points left with my last move. Even if I have a 1 point move left at the end, that ties me. That gets me a tie. I didn't have even enough for a tie, and I should have just won outright. Definitely had the time to do so. All right. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll stream. Maybe tomorrow night, but probably not. Maybe Thursday. Depends on what I want to do after work on Thursday. Probably earliest time will be Saturday, but it might be before that, depending on how things go, what time I get home and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching this little video, and we'll see you next time. Bye.